Hello everybody, welcome back here at Gaming Boulevard. I was pleased to know that you liked the worth of our father, Joseph Seed, in our first chapter video on YouTube. And many of you asked if we can read the second chapter. Today we will read the second chapter of our beloved father from the book of Joseph. Let's jump in. He who ignores the low flight of the bird, the darkening skies, and the taste of iron in the blowing wind deserves the thunder and lightning that will rain down upon him. Sermon from the project at Eden's Gate. Many people claim to hear divine voices. There are numerous lunatics out there, and if it's not the voice of angels speaking to them, it's aliens, George Washington or John Lennon. Every busy street corner has a chosen one, a mad prophet. They announce that the end is nigh, that humanity has been irredeemably condemned for its sins and misdeeds, ordering you to repent and damning you to the eternal flames of hell. They frighten children and inspire a vague sense of pity in adults, especially when you catch a whiff of their body odor as you pass. Yet, they claim to be heralds of the holy world. Why should I be any more believable? How am I any different? Probably because I'm not here to talk about saving your soul. I'm here to talk about saving the human race here and now, on this earth. I am talking about life before death. I'm only here to help you survive the impending chaos. Don't get me wrong, the world is coming to an end. Its destruction has been foretold. And as glassy-eyed as your street corner proselyter is, as confused as his spirit is, I can't help but respect him for understanding better than anyone else that the clock is ticking. But whereas he only senses a murky feeling of doom deep in his bones, I know it beyond the shadow of a doubt. I know it because the voice told me so, the voice of the Creator. I'm here to tell you that God has tired of humanity's behavior and intends to take back everything he has created. Man's pride has made him so forgetful and ungrateful that God intends to start over. For we have learned nothing. We have left our filth on everything, soiled it all. And as insignificant as we are, or perversion or duplicity, the indescribable cruelty we inflict on each other has fanned the flames of his anger. How can we still doubt the approaching deluge that will wash us all away? We may have been created in his image, but we have reinvented ourselves, adding makeup and contorting ourselves into strange shapes to become ghastly creatures. We who were once so pure, who lived in paradise, now wallow in muck day and night, entombing our original goodness under a thick layer of filth. We have enraged our God, and we will pay the price sooner than we think. Look at what the world has become. Look at how some bask in opulence while others drown in misery. Witness the vicious cycle of conflict spiraling out of control, of crusades driven by the greed of man. Greed, that is what drives mankind. It's man's endless quest, a quest that never ends well. Those with nothing are worth no more than those with everything. Victims never dream of a more just society. They yearn only to join the caste of the unjust, to tread on the poor in turn. The greed of man destroys everything, forests, oceans, their fellow men. Men kill, they poison, they corrupt. Men care not whether individuals die on the other side of the world, as long as we possess the latest technology. They care not whenever multitudes are trampled upon, as long as they can fill their cars with cheap gasoline. In their frenzy for possessions, they mock everything. Nothing is sacred anymore. They dance atop ruins, mourn through cemeteries, parading their still warm ashes of those who were sacrificed in the flames. In a society where selfishness triumphs, where people can't see beyond the end of their own noses, where they worship themselves, what becomes of the righteous? What becomes of the goodness? of the humble, or those who wander abandoned in this vast wasteland that the world has become? What becomes of those who prefer to understand rather than to possess, to share rather than to keep? They are ridiculed. We scoff at the generous, at those who care for others. We laugh at those who feed the destitute. We mock people who prefer the real world to virtual illusions. We point and laugh, call them weak, simple-minded misfits. We heap insults upon them and beckon them to join the macabre carnival of frenzied consumption. And if they refuse, we become suspicious of them and cast them out. Who else do the FBI and other government agencies persecute these days? Such pariahs are constantly harassed and subjected to the relentless zeal of federal authorities. They are subpoenaed, hunted down, kept tabs on, and humiliated. Sometimes they're dragged off to prison and driven to madness or suicide. Look deep inside your heart. Isn't this exactly what you've always believed too? Are you not a member of this new crop of martyrs, devoured by the invisible beast of despair and solitude unleashed upon you in the world's arena? I see that you hesitate to answer, that you dare not agree. Your suspicion is understandable. This vice-filled world, a world to which you don't belong, has for so long forced you to hide your true self away, taught you in painful ways to protect yourself, beat down the impulses of your heart, distrust words, distrust others, and even to distrust yourself. But let me tell you what the voice told me. The Creator has never turned a blind eye to the distress of the righteous. He has been watching mankind and has seen those who desecrate His word, who desecrate themselves in a race towards material wealth and vainglory. Such sinners have angered Him, and it won't be long until He unleashes His righteous punishment. The wheat will be separate from the chaff. This is the mission bestowed upon me. I must gather those who will be touched by the grace of its message and bring them together to form a family. The emptiness you feel inside is a resonant chamber that amplifies the voice so that you may know it is genuine. What if you could be one of the chosen ones, along with others who believed in me? What if you could be one of those who preserved purity allows you to grasp the divine source of the message that I am spreading? What if you knew for the instant we met that I wasn't just another fool at the crossroads? If you too dream of restoring the world's original beauty and harmony, if you have the faith and the drive, then join me, and you will survive the cataclysm that is upon us, to live again in the Garden of Eden, the way we did before.